Today I'm going to talk about a subject that is most procrastinated on, but it will actually give you more benefit, especially when you're a fitness person and you're slowly killing your body by not doing it. And this is called stretching. Stretching, especially before you exercise, will help you go a long way. I'm going to talk about the importance of stretching and why you should start stretching at least a little bit before you start exercising. So the first thing is it's a warm up. It helps you. It helps you not crash. It helps you not. When you start exercising, you're gonna feel tired. You're gonna feel very uncomfortable. This will loosen your muscles. When you're stretching parts of your body, it loosens the muscle and helps it prepare for exercise for anything that's high intensity. Like for example, you're doing a bench press, you're doing squats, whatever. You loosen your muscles. Your muscles are prepared to take the impact, the force. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the reduction of injury. You most likely to get injured if you don't stretch rather than if you do stretch. Just like as I said before about loosening the muscles, this stretching will, when you're doing a bench press, I'm going to use the bench press, you're going to strain your muscle, stress your muscle, and you're going to end up, let's say you do it day after day after day, then you're going to overwork the muscle, and your muscle is just it's sensitive, more sensitive to injury now that you didn't stretch your muscle. Stretching will loosen the muscle, prepare it, and it'll prepare it. Oh my God, stop. And reduce your reduction of injuring your muscle. When you injure yourself, it's actually worse because you're losing out on progress, you're losing out on time, you're losing out on gaining more muscle. So with injuries, you have to take a long layoff for it to fully recover. This can have a huge impact on your physique and your fitness. What's the difference? Fitness is like stamina and your ability to how long can you exercise, how what intensity you can exercise, and your muscle is just the size, the strength. Okay, you can be a big bodybuilder, but you still won't be able to run 5 kilometers. Okay, the next. That was injury. The next one is soreness, muscle soreness. Yo, my bad. Okay, muscle soreness. After you exercise, let's say you just start exercising today, muscle soreness will go down the longer you've been exercising for. Just give me 1 second. I had to stretch there. And not that wasn't intentional. Um, that's a yawn. But anyway, muscle soreness. When after you exercise for the first time, what's so common that happens the next day? You feel sore. You have to take a few days off, and you won't and you feel like let's say I'm going to use myself as an example. I started exercising 4 years ago, made a lot of progress if you hadn't noticed. But the first day I exercised, I went to school the next day, and then my arms were so stiff and I couldn't move it. I couldn't sleep the way I wanted to. Like, no. On the day that exercise, you won't feel anything, much of anything. You exercise your muscles broke down, you're ready. Okay, you go to sleep, you wake up, your muscles feel sore as fuck. And why is that? Because you're inexperienced, you don't know anything. So I'm going to explain why. The first thing is you didn't stretch, obviously. The second thing is your muscles have experienced shock, haven't experienced this much shock in a long time. It's the most amount of shock that you did because you exercised for the first time in a long time. That's understandable. And the third thing is you didn't optimize your protein intake and your diet. Those are the three reasons why you feel sore after you just start exercising on the first day. So what I recommend, if you're just starting in the gym, you do something small, like a 20-minute, 30-minute workout, short workout. Then you'll reduce the muscle soreness, and then you can increase it. But the main thing that can stop this is stretching before exercise, loosening the muscles, reducing the injury, reducing the soreness. You feel sore because you didn't stretch. This can even happen when you exercise regularly as well. Exercising regularly, you feel sore. Well, you didn't stretch. I'm going to teach you how to stretch later, as soon in the video. But I'm going to tell you the importance of stretching first. This will reduce your soreness the next day and help you make a stronger workout. Okay, next step is fatigue. You may think these notes that I'm reading from are my notes. I made these notes. I have my knowledge. These are not ChatGPT notes. You can see here. I wrote down these notes personally from my experience, and I'm giving you my not ChatGPT advice. I'm not saying it's shit advice. I'm saying the person who's done it who often has more knowledge on the subject rather than the person who maybe done research about it. If I was a fighter, you're most likely to listen from Mike Tyson rather than like, let's say you underestimate a trainer. A trainer is someone that trains the fighter. You're most likely to want to take boxing lessons from a famous boxer than his trainer instead, because the famous boxer is more of an idol. You want to take advice from me rather than AI, because I went through the experiences. I know what I'm talking about. I've proven to you that what my notes that I'm reading from is my notes. I made these notes. I thought about these notes for a few days. That was a lie. I thought about these notes this morning, but I didn't have the knowledge. Next one is fatigue. When you exercise, when you drink your pre-workout, you go and exercise, you still feel tired. First of all, you might be drinking the wrong pre-workout, but secondly, the stretching can actually reduce the fatigue in your muscles, reduce the compression in your muscles. When you start doing exercise, for example, if I were to go shadow box right now for 15 minutes, one, that's 10, and that's 5, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, okay, 15 minutes. I'm gonna feel tired, but okay, weird ass noises in my house. But if I stretch, please trust me when I say this. I have done it. When I stretch, I will feel more energized, I'll feel more likely to, more smooth, more loose, more better. When I feel more energy when I exercise. You're thinking, how can simply stretching give you so much energy? You try it, bro, or girl, try it, and then you will feel energy, because the muscle is ready. You're readying your muscles for exercise. When you go into like a bodybuilding competition, when you start your set, you do a smaller set, a smaller weight, then you go in the big weight. The smaller is your warm up, prepares you for the bigger one. If you go straight into the bigger one, you more will fail because your muscle is not prepared for that. Preparing your muscles by stretching, and that will reduce fatigue in your exercises. Okay, then I'm going to talk about the types of stretching that you should do, that I personally do every single day. We're going to start with the neck. With the neck, you're going to want to grab your big ass head that you have. My head, okay, I'm not going to be funny actually. You're just going to grab it and you're going to twist it a bit until the point, not where you're pulling it like this. You're going to twist it until you feel some tension. And then you're going to hold it there for 30 seconds and do the exact for the same side. And that's the neck, easier neck workout, easy neck stretch. And you're probably wondering, I'm not going to train my neck or whatever. you should train your neck because it's going to help you build a masculine. It's gonna make you have a better look, more masculine look. The arms. For the arms, you do the basic stretch like this, and then you do this for triceps. You hold it up like this. That's so I'm gonna. This is going quick and easy. I'm not gonna take a long time telling you. I'm gonna make it as simple and easy as possible to follow. Then the back, you're gonna do what we call cat cow pose. So, and also the in the cat cow pose, when you go downwards with your spine, you're gonna search this. You're going to stretch, keep it there and stretch. You're also gonna do the what is that stretch? You lay down flat on your stomach, and then you use your arms to pick yourself up, but then you keep your legs on the ground. If you understand what a stretch that is, and from there, after that you're going to stretch your chest. Your chest, you keep your arms. You keep it behind your back, your lower back, and you pull. You pull in a. It's gonna look like you're gonna pull backwards, like this. Like let's say you're tied up. You're tied up. They're pulling you back. They're putting you on your pole. You're tying you on a pole. You're gonna stretch like that, but you're gonna stretch more forward. And then the next thing is legs. For legs, you're going to want to stand. You're standing straight. Okay, hold on. Let me you're standing straight up. There is a bench or a sofa that is the size of your waist, like where your waist and your belly button reach. You're gonna put your leg there you're gonna put your leg straight on the sofa or the bench. You're gonna stand straight and you're gonna stand straight, put your leg, I'm sure you can imagine this. Stand straight, put your leg on the bench, which is pretty high, so it should be facing straight. You shouldn't be facing downwards. If the bench is small, you shouldn't be facing upwards. You should be facing straight, a little bit higher, but straight. And then you're going to take your hand and then you're going to lean forward. One leg is still staying in the original position, the other leg is on the sofa, and you're going to touch the toe of the foot that's on the sofa, and you're going to try and it's like you're trying to reach for it. You're not moving forward like this. You're gonna try and reach for it from the same position. Maybe you're gonna bend a bit forward, but try and keep as much distance as possible. You're gonna hold it there for 30 seconds and do exactly the same with the next leg. And that's the first variation. And you have to compulsory. You have to do the second variation like this. You're gonna stand up straight and you're gonna put your leg like you're kicking the back of your bum, for example. One, you're standing straight, your leg is gonna be you're gonna be straight, you're gonna be holding something with one hand, keeping the same straight position. And then you're going to take your hand and then you're gonna first thing you're gonna wanna do is kick the back, your behind with your leg. Try and do that like backwards. So and then you're gonna hold a position once you reach there, and then you're gonna take your arm and then hold your leg and stretch it and just try and stretch it backwards as much as possible, and not until you hurt yourself, until you feel some tension there. Hold it for 30 seconds. Do it the same thing with the next leg. And the main thing that you're going to be excited to hear from this video is you can actually, if you're still in puberty, ages 12 to 21, you can still grow taller by using stretches. You're going to loosen your muscles. You're going to you're going to be exercising, which is going to help you. And listen, people, they're more likely to do stretches if you're going to exercise rather than if you weren't exercising. So it's the exercise and the loosening of the muscles which is going to help you grow taller during puberty. Trust me on this. I grew from like 5'4" to 5'11". I'm 5'11" right now. I'm still going to continue growing, and I'll update you. So that's the importance of stretching, regardless of your race, gender, whatever. Stretch, please. At least take that from this video. The one topic that's going to elevate your fitness level, that's going to help you get your results faster. and it's going to make you thank me later. It's gonna make you look. It's gonna make you feel better about yourself. That was the end of this video. Please watch my other videos. Please like whatever, subscribe. If you thought the video was good enough to do that, I'm not saying you should. I'm saying if you want to, you could. That was the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next video.